Sorry, I was trying to adjust my phone. I didn't really know how this was gonna show up. But greetings, guys! Happy Thursday. Today I actually have a topic. I'm kind of excited because I be racking my brain, and it's like nothing comes to mind, but topics come to me at the craziest time. So I was like, okay, one thing that I have been having. One second, I just realized you probably can't hear me too well because of my computer. Sorry about that. Okay. I just realized I did not let Jamil know I was going live. I hope he's woke. So, greetings. Today I am talking about 4 tools that you may already possess that you can include in your lunch. More so because I think with the new year approaching, I've had quite a few questions about people lunching or relunching, rebranding. So they want to do a lunch. And I realized that there's like 4 things that I'm kind of telling them or sharing with them, and just kind of incorporating it in different ways or tweaking it to better fit whatever their desired outcome is. Greetings, Laquita. So the first thing is initially when I wrote this out, I wrote it this way. Now, the order, of course, might be however you choose, because initially when I wrote it out, I said your email list is your first tool. But it is one of your bigger tools, because those are people that you already have their email addresses. You already reach out to them. You should already have some type of rapport with them, and 9 out of 10, they're on your list because like they were a customer or they signed up. So, they should kind of be familiar with you already. So I'm starting there, because your email list is really a big way to make your money. Even though people may not always open the email, who's to say that today may be the day, that they open it and this is the day they decide to go ahead and purchase something. So maybe before your other emails weren't really catching their eyes. But the thing is, if you're going to be relaunching, then you definitely want a tool or mechanism, a way to be able to communicate in a longer format. Of course, you can post on social media. Social media is one of the tools that I have as well. But if you're, want to break it down and give facts and give other information, then a great way to do so is with your email list. So I start there. The second tool is, look, I have a list over here because I forget my topics. The second tool is a streaming platform. So by now, as most events have switched over to virtual events now, you would think that you have some form of a streaming platform, whether it be Zoom, StreamYard, BeLive, even if you stream through Facebook, that might be your choice, especially if you're already familiar with the platform of streaming on Facebook. For me, now that Facebook has kind of changed, when it brought back the option to bring other people into the lives, like, I'm not quite understanding it as well as I did before. At first, it was a lot more simpler now, and I guess maybe it's because I be trying to do it on my desktop, but basically find you a platform that you can stream on, because you're gonna need it for a part of your lunch. Either you're gonna do some type of event, or you might want to record something and send it to people. Of course, if you want to do it that way, you could just use your phone or your computer. But the point is, I'm thinking if you're going to do a lunch, then you need to try to make certain that even if it's a soft lunch, still make it something fun and exciting. Still try to pull in the network that you already have. A lot of times people put too much focus on trying to find new people to come in and take part in things when we already have people that are there and supporting us. So why not include them? Show your appreciation for them. That's what I'm looking at. Most of the lunches that I've been consulting on, that's what I'm looking at. So we have our email list, we have a streaming platform, and the third thing I would say to incorporate into your lunch is customer reviews. So the goal is to have people talking about your business and being so pleased with your service, that they're telling other people, and those other people want to know what the buzz is, like what is all the fuss about. So they're going to come check you out. So use the customer testimonies that you already have, the customer reviews and the client testimonies that you have, and incorporate that. You know, while you're promoting this lunch, then incorporate some things that others have said about your business so that people can see that. Initially, you may not even have the flyer there about the lunch, but you want people to know that other people are talking about your business and they're giving you feedback. Okay, and then the fourth thing is the thing that we're already using. Use your social media. You know, make certain that you're talking about your lunch on your other platforms, on all your platforms. Whether, you know, if you just post a photo and a flyer and you give event details, then maybe you'll get on Facebook and go a little bit behind the scenes and kind of, or on Instagram, you know, and kind of share little things like, oh, I'm looking for this type of planner today, or, you know, and you don't necessarily have to be asking for suggestions, but what you are doing is you're taking your viewers and your followers and you're taking them along the journey. You're taking them on the journey along with you. So it's not just you doing this. You know, they can give you input. They can possibly tell you the things that they would like or would not like, you know. Especially I would be mindful to listen to those people that have supported me in the past, you know, because now they have some stake in it a little. They feel more appreciated because you took the time to listen to something that they suggested. Thank you, Laquita. Look, I was a little nervous, but I think that's kind of always. But so yeah, so incorporate whatever it is you're doing into your daily Facebook posts so that people will know, you know, and they'll also be, now they've been following along so hard that when it actually drops, then they should be more interested in it because they saw you building this the whole time, you know. So those are my 4 tips. Greetings, Miss Lorna. For if you are planning a lunch, I know that with January coming, a lot of people are rebranding or relunching or lunching for the first time. And at the same time, they aren't exactly certain about how to do so since the times have changed, since we're now in the house. And you know, most of the times you think that you're going to have a physical event, but you don't have to have a physical event. You can have a virtual event. Now, I am not an event planner. Let me just state that. If you are looking for a virtual event planner, I would definitely suggest you check out Lakeisha M. Mosley. Lakeisha helped me with my event that we were working on in October. Also, we're working on another event together. Greetings, Jamasa. But the thing is, like, Lakeisha is there to help assist you with planning. For me, I just kind of give you some ideas like, hey, you know, you might want to do this. I try to look at your brand, and like as a creative, I look at the brand and then I try to look at the tone of the brand, and I look at a vibe. You know, I'm always trying to have a vibe. So I'm like, okay, if I get this from that, then I think your event should kind of go along the lines of this because this is more so the tone of your brand. Okay, look, I'll get that for you. I'm gonna have to make certain that I remember to send it to you when I log off, but she's really good. And she's worked with so many people. A lot of the events, especially like a lot of the girl boss events that you've been seeing lately, she's behind the scenes that's working with them. So I will definitely send you over her info. She's also one of our clients, so we'll give that disclaimer. But I work with her because I trust her and I know that she made the pivot. Like, she actually, I won't tell her story, but it is really interesting because she's been doing event planning for years, but she just kind of really took on a pivoted, you know, throughout the pandemic, and has been able to really do well with that. So yeah, that is for those who might have came in late. So the 4 tools that you need is your email list, because you already have everybody there in one spot. You could just, you know, send out a blast, an email blast, and let them know what's going on. I would also suggest, even if you have the time, doing like an email sequence, you know, so maybe send them out something first, announcing the event, then send them out something whereas you're telling them who all is going to take part in the event, then maybe send out something about like the itinerary or what's going to take place. You know, you want it to be you want to be building up momentum for the event to take place with your following, and you also want to be encouraging other people to join the email list so they can get, you know, some of that same momentum. The second tool is find you a good streaming platform. I gave out a few. We use StreamYard. We used to use BeLive. It is still pretty good, but StreamYard is free. And I think I upgraded ours, but it's just, we were having a lot of issues with BeLive at times. So that's the reason why we went to StreamYard. But also, there's Zoom that you can use, especially if you're trying to have like something that's private, but you want others, those who are a part of it to be able to engage. Of course, Zoom will be better for something like that, like if you want them to be able to talk to. And then I said you should also use your client testimonies and customer reviews, and those also tell you what you're doing well and what you're not doing well. So from those, you can be able to tell what you need to embellish on. Like, if say you have a skincare brand, people love the scent. It maybe it's like aromatherapy. And that's what they've told you, of course. So then you could use that. As if to say, and then we're going to be having this event, and you want to try to get people to want to come in and know what exactly it is that you're talking about. What was that other person referring to when they were talking so highly of your brand, or speaking so highly of your brand? And then the fourth thing is our social media, which is what we're already on. We're already on Facebook. I've been on Clubhouse lately, and I don't quite know how well you could talk about it, though, because it is talking. I just think that if you're going to do it in that format, maybe bring in some other team members or some friends who can maybe ask you some questions and kind of keep the conversation going, because Clubhouse is about a conversation. So I wouldn't just say get on there and just think that that's all that you're going to talk about and people are going to be just totally engaged, unless you have something that's like really, really exciting going on. But what you're doing is really exciting. I don't think enough people really pay attention to that. A lot of people are just like, oh, I just want to do a soft lunch, da da da. But everything that you should do with your business, any type of project that you do that's a little bit out of the ordinary, you're trying something for the first time, make it exciting, make it into a campaign, make it something that even though you might be the only person that's passionate about it, who's to say, well, that you know of, who's to say there isn't someone else out there that has been following your brand and they are excited about it just as well, because not only, are they following the brand, but they're also following you. They're excited about your progress. So don't count that out. So that is everything. Those are the 4 tools that you need for your lunch or relaunch. Of course, there are possibly other tools that can go along with it, but those are the 4 that I'm sharing today. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Laquita. And let me go and find Lakeisha's information right now, and I'll be sending it over to you. So peace and blessings, y'all. Have a great day.